So if you guys have seen my community post on my YouTube page, you guys would have known that I got to see the FNAF movie on launch day. Is that what it's technically called, or premiere day? I have no idea. Now I should give you guys a little bit of a backstory with me and FNAF, alright? I used to be really in FNAF, alright? I used to be all in that fandom, but I just stopped watching it, and I haven't watched it in like I don't know how many years. It has to at least been 7 years since I constantly watched FNAF. I only heard little bits of news and everything about it when I stopped watching it. The biggest news I got was that it was releasing on console, which made me want to play it, but I realized that I'm pussy and I can't stand jump scares. But yeah, I used to be really into FNAF. I used to watch Markiplier when he used to do his Let's Plays and everything. I used to watch Jacksepticeye animations. There was this one FNAF animation series that I used to watch, but I just can't seem to find anywhere. I don't know how to really describe it. It was just a bunch of humorous jokes and FNAF animated. I don't know. But yeah, I stopped watching FNAF I think around like when FNAF 3 was at the end of its life cycle, so that was like years ago. I think at least 8 years or so. So yeah, I've not kept up with the lore in years, like literally almost a decade I've stopped watching the lore. But my girlfriend, the one who was watching the movie with me, knows everything about the fucking FNAF lore. She is saying names that I have no idea who the fuck they are. The only people who I know from FNAF are obviously like, you know, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy, Purple Guy and Phone Guy. Oh yeah, and Foxy. But she's saying stuff like Mike and William Afton. Like, I have no idea who the hell these people are. I think I know who William is actually, but this is my perspective before the movie, by the way. But yeah, she's telling me all these names and I have no idea what they are. So I arrive at the movie 30 minutes before. My girlfriend doesn't come until like, I would say like nearly at 7. But let me tell you something, we get into the movie theater at 7. The movie doesn't start until 7:30. Seriously, the first 20 minutes are just advertisements for like Coke products or some shit, and for something called Newbie, and the last 10 minutes are just regular movie trailers. So after the advertisements and everything, the movie opens up and it shows a production company, which is Blumhouse, I think it's called. I almost said Plumhouse, but I think it's Blumhouse. Blumhouse Productions. Now me, I know that company name because they're the same people who made Unfriended. So when it opens up with that production company, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be a really great movie because I love Unfriended, alright? Because people seem to hate Unfriended. I don't know why, because people say it's probably one of the worst horror movies ever made, but I love Unfriended. So I'm fucking excited. And so we're watching the movie and everything, and my girlfriend is just screaming, by the way. She told me before this that she was gonna scream. My girlfriend's literally screaming when they say the names of the characters because she knows every single bit about the lore that I have no idea what they're talking about. There's a little bit of cute elements between the sister and the brother. The brother is kind of like a father figure to the sister. I fucking hate the aunt with all my heart. But yeah, there's a little bit of cute elements and everything. I'm gonna spoil the movie here for a little bit. But there's just one scene where the animatronics and everything just build like this little fort. And by the way, the animatronics, I didn't know this, but I thought they were gonna just be CGI animatronics. No, these are actual real like animatronics, I think. I think they're people in puppet suits. I don't know if they're actual animatronics or not. But I swear they have so much fucking personality. I never knew that something can have that much fucking personality. And this is the only part I do know. I know that the souls are still in, you know, the animatronic's body, but god, they have so much fucking personality. Like, you can actually go up and talk to these people, or animatronics. Those are the good parts about the movie. And I really love the storyline of the movie. Obviously, I didn't know everything about, you know, FNAF and everything, but I think I don't even think you really have to be a FNAF fan to like this movie, but I'm a pretty easy person to please, so I'm not an avid movie critic or anything, but I'll just tell you some things wrong that's with the movie. The first thing I notice, the editing is really cheesy. There's this one scene that I actually almost laughed at because because the cupcake literally attacks the guy and it just looks so weird and everything. It just looks really cheesy. I know there's no other better way to do it. It just looks really bad. I know I just said that I like the storyline, but I gotta be honest, there were some parts that just didn't make sense, or some characters that just didn't need to be there. Now see me, I only know FNAF because of the jump scares, and let me just tell you, there was barely any jump scares in that movie. I can only count 4, I think, that there was jump scares, and 2 of them were caused by the same thing, which was Balloon Boy. Now see me, I hate when jump scares are used in movies, but I feel like this movie could have really benefited from jump scares, alright? Because that's literally the whole point of FNAF, is just to jump scare people. But instead they did the complete opposite and do build up instead of, you know, instant jump scare. Another thing though, there is barely any gore in this movie, I swear. But I understand it though, they had to keep it PG-13, but Jesus. There's this one scene, and I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, that a woman gets chopped in half, and it just looks really corny. And that could just be me because I'm really fucking desensitized to gore at this point, but they could have done it a little bit better. But my overall rating of the movie, I would give it an 8 out of 10, because it's still a really good movie, and I'm not even a FNAF fan. But I need to talk to you about my girlfriend real quick, because during when we were watching this whole movie, she kept on screaming. I know I talked about this before, but she literally just kept on screaming. I almost had to keep her pinned down because she kept on jumping out of her seat. But there's one scene in the movie where I screamed as well, because there was this big plot twist and everyone in the movie theater just gasped. You can hear everyone just literally inhale, because it was like the fucking biggest plot twist I've ever heard in my life. This is the first time I've heard a whole theater gasp at a plot twist. You can just hear everyone go. The amount of oxygen people inhaled was probably double the amount they usually take. And this is not even coming from a FNAF fan. This is just coming from a person who barely knows the series. And even I was shocked, because the only thing I was focusing on was the Riz. I swear Vanessa was trying to get with Mike. So yeah, my girlfriend was just freaking out right next to me, and she was actually talking to a person. She didn't even know the person, and connecting and bonding with each other. They were just talking to each other like they were friends for years, talking about FNAF and everything. I'm like, is this what the fucking community is all about? Because I would want to fucking join this community, because I cannot be social with anyone. After the movie, I tried to convince her to get the girl's phone number, but she said no. But overall, it was a pretty fun experience, alright? I would totally recommend anyone to watch this movie, even if you're not a FNAF fan. But I am telling you though, if you're like a horror movie fan, it's not going to be that, you know, horror-y, if that's a word. And there's going to be some lore that you guys are probably not going to even understand, because this movie is meant for the fan base and not for newcomers. But yeah guys, see you guys later, and bye.